Yes, and that's absolutely right, because you've got to have that willingness to transform yourself. If you're not willing to look within first, and I mean, a lot of the leaders that I've worked with, they really do kind of suffer at their own hands with a lot of
Mhm.
self-judgment.
Mhm.
Imposter syndrome is a huge one. A lot of times
Mhm.
they know they're not doing the best leader job, but they don't feel they can ask for help because
Mm.
they have to be strong and they have to be the leader and they have to be, the top dog. And they're hurting themselves at the same time as they're hurting others. And it's exactly like you said, it's not that they're evil. In fact, just the opposite, they're hurting too,
Mhm.
but they don't quite know how to progress beyond that, which is why I want to give you, and I did give you credit for that self-reflection, because that's the hard part. That's the part that let's be real, none of us want to do it. I don't want to dig into the dirt and figure out what's going on inside either, but
Yeah.
if I want to dig.
It's funny because it gets addictive. Now I'm like, every time I see something like, ooh, okay, gotta dig on it. And yeah, it's like, I don't tolerate any of those. I mean, again, it happens. I'm human, right? Like I can, I can lose my illumination status.
Yeah,
But immediately I catch myself on the act, and I was like, okay, let's go. What is triggering? What is triggering that? And it just takes a little bit of self reflection. And yeah, sometimes it's like, oh yeah, that is back to like when I was 12 years old and someone said this to me, and it's like, why is that coming up now? But it is always like that. And then what you do with that, right? What do you do with that is you have to forgive yourself, forgive the other people, because there's no win on holding to these grudges. Like, we are so good at doing that because we think we're protecting ourselves, but it just hurts so many parts of your body, like your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, and we can be also happy. And we can be so happy at work. Like, I had that philosophy. And you know what? One of the things that fills me of gratitude and rejoicement more than anything is when my old employees seek me out to go have coffee or go have a drink or invite me to lunch or dinner. They didn't have to. I mean, like, I haven't been in an office environment as a leader for almost 4 years. And these people that, used to work for me still want to hang out with me. And that only means one thing, right?
yeah,
That I did an okay job.
better than okay. I mean, you're the kind of leader that they remembered. Because
Yeah.
that's one thing that I've noticed is that, when I try and think back on the people that have been leaders for me or even peripherally, the ones that didn't do well, unless they were just that bad, just kind of slipped through my memory. I don't really remember them. But
Yeah.
the few that were truly leaders are the ones that I remember.
Hmm.
So I think there's a lot to be said for that, you know.
Yes. And
So
it's great. It's like, shouldn't that be the way, considering the amount of time you spend with your work family,
yes.
that you are lead, and you have to become best friends with everybody. I mean, it's impossible, right? But like, do you care? Do you actually care? And don't pretend to care, because we can smell it. Like, we know when you are just putting an act, and it's even worse than not caring at all.
Yes.
But when you are actually living 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 5 days a week for years to come, right? Like, the least you can do is to care about these people. And
Yes.
so, how do you show that you care about somebody? You are curious about their life. You notice if their mood changes, if something is off, if all of a sudden they are not performing. People don't just stop performing because one day they woke up like, I'm just going to suck at this today. you know I mean,
Yeah.
nobody says that, right? And so it's
Yeah.
like, oh, something something might be going on. And so, as you would with a friend or someone in your family, you would ask, you would be forward trying to support that person.
Yes.
I think we're also afraid of what HR is going to say, right? And so I'm a Latina, right? So I'm a hugger. I hug everybody.
Yeah.
And it's never been a problem because there's a respect, there's boundaries, and you're not doing anything to make anyone uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
But no, I care about my people, and if someone doesn't like that, well, too bad.
Yes, because we're humans first, and we were humans long before HR was created. We were humans long before work was created the way we do it now. We've been humans since the very beginning, and that's what needs to come first.
And you know what is the saddest part? So my youngest son, he's in the spectrum, and he has a Latina mom, right? So I got called by the principal, by the school, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago, that a para teacher, so the special needs teacher, was complaining that he was hugging her too much. Seriously? Like, and so, but here's the thing, how it ties to this conversation. We're training people so early in school. This is fourth grade, by the way. We're training people to be disconnected from their feelings since they are kids. How are they going to develop any type of emotional intelligence and empathy if we
Yes.
don't let them express their feelings?
Yes.